Hi all, and thanks for stopping by today. Today we're going to take a look at a Vampirella number 32. Now this is the publication from Warren magazines from the late 60s and early 70s. This particular issue, number 32, was on the newsstand in April of 1974. In the mid-50s, the comic code came along and really took the hardcore horror stories out of comic books. Well, there was still a big market for this, so in the early 60s, horror stories made a comeback, but in the magazine format, because there was no censorship in the magazine format. They were basically marketed to adults, so there was no censorship by the government. This book features Enrique Torres cover, and the first in the Vampirella story, which is the first story, Jose Gonzalez did the pencils. And there were several other stories in the book. Rafael Arellon did the Pantha story. Fernando Fernandez and Ramon Torres did the other two. And there was a center set. Most of these stories are black and white, as you can see, but the center section had two color stories in it. Both the two center stories were penciled by Jeff Jones. Now, Jeff Jones did approximately 4 comic books in his career. He's mostly a magazine artist. But of those 4 comics he did for DC, 2 of them are ultra classics. They are Wonder Woman 199 and Wonder Woman 200, which are 2 of the most sought after Bronze Age books in the Wonder Woman series. Jeff Jones also went on to do most of his work on Creepy, Eerie, Vampirella, and National Lampoon magazine, and some foreign magazines. And here you see the first splash page for the Pantha story. Now these were real horror books, real edgy, had some blood and guts type stories in them. Stuff that couldn't appear in comic books, so it went to magazine format. In this particular copy, this book is probably a fine, very fine. There were lots of warehouse copies of this book after the print run, and you can find these books in super high grade 9.4, 9.6, and they bring extremely high prices. But there are a lot of really high grade copies out there, and here you see the first page of one of the Jeff Jones color stories, and he did the artwork on both of these 2 stories. One, I believe, was a 6-page, and one was a 2-page story. These books tended, these magazines tended to have poor quality paper, more so than comic books. And as you can see, the pages, oftentimes, even books that have been stored properly, they take on sort of a yellow or tanning type color or appeal to them. And as you can see in here, the newsprint is very low quality, and that's really one of the big drawbacks for these books. This particular copy is probably a fine, very fine copy with the normal off-white to tanning pages. And guys, if you're looking for vintage comics, then make sure you check out our eBay store. We have a large selection of vintage books, both graded and ungraded. We sell all types of books. So if you see something you like, make us an offer. Prices are always negotiable. Now, as you can see, these books were black and white, and the pencil work on most of these Vampirella books was just amazing. This story here, the pencil work was just incredible on it. I mean, if you're really looking for great illustration and art, these books have it. A lot of advertisements in the back of these books for all sorts of posters, t-shirts, back issues, stand-ups, all types of stuff. And here you can see the back cover. Very tight book. In the back cover, the front and back cover were color. Really nice tight book. Little edge wear, a few dings. Nice glossy book. Very nice. And guys, until next time, thanks for stopping by.